Good morning, everyone. I'm Renalyn Arredondoa, and this is the continuation of our report last Wednesday about the harmful practices in common drugs abuse by young people and their effects. So, first is marijuana, also known as cannabis, grass, joint, spliff, hashish, pot, or weed. So marijuana is a plant grown and used worldwide. Usually people smoke the leaves, but the leaves and the stem can be made into tea or even cookies. So the outcomes differ. You can expect to be inebriated for 2 to 3 hours. Others sense panic or terror, while others grow comfortable and pleased. The user's eyes turn red and their throats and mouths become dry. It's possible that your appetite will increase. So, the effects of marijuana. Marijuana causes increase in heart rate and dilation of certain blood vessels in the eyes, which creates the characteristics of bloodshot eyes. Chronic bronchial irritation is one of the long-term effects of chronic marijuana use. So other possible side effects include impaired long-term memory, gum disease, and increased risk of oral, jaw, tongue, and lung cancers, or even immune system damage. So long-term marijuana usage in men has been linked to lower testosterone levels, lower sperm counts, and greater sperm abnormalities, according to some research. Marijuana usage during pregnancy has been linked to fetal growth and development problems. Second is Mairongi, also known as cat, and mira. Mairongi is a common name for a stimulant leaf that is chewed in much of East Africa. Chewing Mairongi can help someone feel more awake, confident, and energetic, and can also reduce hunger. So many students utilize it as a means of cramming for exams. So some negative effects include sleeplessness, anxiety, aggressive behavior, and hallucinations. Some men are unable to get an erection after they have been chewing. Third, alcohol. Alcohol is the most common drug and is used worldwide. Because it is legal, often kept in home and comes in extremely cheap local brews. Alcohol is extremely easy to find and consume. At first, drinking causes people to relax and feel less self-conscious. As a result of the alcohol, the individual's reaction time slows down, making it difficult to think clearly. This is why drunk drivers are so frequently engaged in car accidents. So, the effects of alcohol. Further drinking can cause slurred speech and aggressive behavior that can lead to fights, rape, or other kinds of violence. People who consume too much alcohol can end up vomiting, becoming unconscious, or even dying. Because both young men and women lose their inhibitions when they drink, a female could have dangerous sex with someone she doesn't know, and a boy could force someone to have sex. Of course, the repercussions of these alcohol-related actions can be extremely harmful, even fatal. Remember that drinking impairs people's capacity to make healthy and safe judgments. Fourth, cigarettes, also known as tobacco, cigars. Many young people start smoking tobacco products for different reasons, including influence of friends, seductive advertisements, and older role models like siblings or celebrities, to mention a few. So young people believe smoking to be a cool activity, but they grow addicted to nicotine, the primary ingredient in tobacco. Nicotine is one of the most addictive and hazardous drugs. So this is the effects of cigarettes. According to WHO 2006, tobacco is the second major cause of death in the world. Nicotine, which is found in tobacco products including cigarettes, is highly addictive. So lung cancer, emphysema, and bronchial diseases are all increased by the tar in cigarettes. Smoking or smoke contains carbon monoxide, which increases the risk of cardiovascular disease. Smoking causes lung cancer in adults and dramatically raises the risk of respiratory illness in children when they inhale it passively. Fifth, cocaine, also known as crack, coke, C, Charlie, nose candy, toot, bazooka, big C, cake, lady, stardust, coca, flake, or Mr. Coffee. Cocaine is prepared from coca leaves, which is greenish-yellow leaves of different size and appearance. Cocaine is often called the champagne of drugs because of its high cost. So it gives the impression that one's body is moving incredibly quickly. His or her heart is racing, and the highs and lows come on quickly. Crack is significantly stronger type of cocaine that is smoke. Crack cocaine looks like hard white pebbles and arrives in a white powdered form. It's commonly inhaled through the nose. It can also be smoked or injected. So the effects of cocaine. A small amount of cocaine will raise body temperature, make the heart beat faster, increase the breathing rate, make you feel overconfident, and make you more alert with extra energy. So all of these sensations are amplified when crack smoke. Convulsions, seizures, strokes, cerebral hemorrhage, and heart failure can all occur if you take too much. Long-term cocaine or crack use will result in strong psychological dependence as well as various health difficulties such as nose tissue destruction, reportorial troubles, and weight loss. 6. Heroin, also known as hammer, horse, H, junk, nod, smock, scud, white, beige, white lady, white stuff, joy powder boy, hairy, Harry, or joy powder. Heroin is a drug obtained from morphine and comes from the opium poppy plant. Heroin is a drug that slows down the user's body and mind. It is a very strong painkiller and can be one of the most dangerous things to mix with other drugs. So heroin is frequently found in the form of a rock or powder that is white, pink, or beige in appearance, but can also be dark gray or medium brown. Injection, snorting, smoking, and inhaling heroin are all options. This last technique is known as chasing the dragon. So here are the effects of heroin. When injected, heroin provides an extremely powerful rush and a highly that usually lasts for between 4 to 6 hours. The effects of heroin include the feeling of well-being, relief from pain, fast physical and psychological dependence, sometimes nausea and vomiting, sleeplessness, loss of balance, loss of concentration, and loss of appetite. So a fatal overdose is possible. The increased risk of developing AIDS is one of the most serious side effects of injecting heroin. People who inject heroin frequently share needles, which is the most common cause of infection. People who are high on narcotics also have unprotected intercourse, according to studies. This puts the person at risk of contracting HIV as well. 7. Amphetamines, also known as speed, ice, browns, footballs, hearts, oranges, wake-ups, black beauties, crystal meth, crack meth, cut, Jeff Amp, Dexys, Reapers, Bennies, Browns, Greenies, or pep pills. Amphetamines are stimulants that affects a person's system by speeding up the activity of the brain and giving energy. Ice is a strong type of amphetamine and is very similar to crack. So amphetamines are synthetic medication that are extremely simple to produce. They are usually a white or light brown powder, although they can also be in form of a pill. When used for injections, ice usually comes in a form of colorless crystals or colorless liquid. It can be smoked, ingested, snorted, or injected. So here are the effects of amphetamines. Amphetamines can cause an increase in heartbeat, faster breathing, increased blood pressure, and body temperature. Sweating, make the person more confident and alert, give him or her extra more energy, reduce appetite, make it difficult to sleep, and might make the abuser talk more. A person who uses amphetamines may also experience anxiety, irritability, and panic attacks. Frequent use can lead to a high level of psychological dependence. Large doses have the potential to be fatal. 8. Ecstasy, also known as ecstasy, Adam, essence, MDM, MDMA, XTC, Eve, MDE, or MDEA. Ecstasy belongs to the same group of chemicals as the above category, that is stimulants, and is most often used in the form of tablets at rave parties. Ecstasy is usually a small, colored tablet. So these tablets can be found in a variety of colors. Images of doves, rabbits, and champagne bottles can be found on some ecstasy tablets. The color of the pill or its brand is usually unrelated to the drug's effects. Tablets of ecstasy are typically swallowed. So here are the effects of ecstasy. A person using ecstasy will probably feel happy, warm, loving, and more energetic. He or she would feel emotionally close to others and might say or do things that he or she usually would not. Nausea and vomiting, rise in blood pressure and heart rate, possibly even death due to overheating of the body, and dehydration or loss of water are some effects of ecstasy. So after discontinuing the medicine, depression and exhaustion are frequent. Long-term ecstasy use has been linked to brain and liver damage, according to growing data. 9. Inhalants and solvents. Inhalants and solvents are chemicals that can be inhaled, such as glue, gasoline, aerosol sprays, lighter fluid, or etc. These are not drugs as such and are, in fact, legally available from a large number of shops. However, they are abused widely by the poorer sections of society, particularly street youth. So inhalants can look like nearly anything: adhesive, paint thinner, gasoline, lighter fuel, cleaning fluids, or etc. They usually come in tubes or bottles. The chemical is frequently placed at the bottom of the cup or container. They apply to the nose and mouth. Other ways involve soaking a rag in inhalant, placing it in a bag or sack, placing the bag over the face, and breathing the vapors. So here are the effects of inhalants and solvents. Inhalants may give the user a high for a very brief period of time. They make him or her feel numb for a short period of time, dizzy, confused, and drowsy. Headaches, nausea, fainting, rapid heartbeat, confusion, and hallucinations are all possible side effects. Long term, they can harm the lungs, kidneys, and liver. Suffocation, convulsions, and comas are all possible side effects. So that would be all, and thank you for listening.